Hello and welcome to another episode of Street Pundits. We're back again. You know what? I've had a break as a host, but now I'm back. Obviously, the normal service resumed. You know, a couple men had to they weren't cutting it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we're back. But yeah, so I'll come to you. How's your weekend been?
I'm great, man. Obviously, got lost this weekend, but it was against a better team, so I'll move on, innit? Next one go. Who you got? Let me see.
Yeah, we'll come back to you, Ben, with that one. We'll come back to you. Joe, how's your weekend been? How you been?
Happy the Premier League's back. We got but yeah, no, our team did all right. It was good.
Sorry about that, lads.
Yeah. So Nosa just ran away, but he's back again. How you been, Nosa? What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Obviously, it's been a lovely weekend, including the week. The Premier League is back, and I was just happy to see all the teams play.
Yeah, so as Nosa said, the Premier League was back. The first round of fixtures was back it started on Wednesday, or last Wednesday, and through to this weekend. I've been enjoying it, to be honest. Been enjoying it, but we'll come to the elephant in the room. We'll start with you, Ben. Arteta got his first two losses of 2020. We'll just forget the Man City game. You talk on the Brighton game. Talk us through the Brighton game. How did it go? The reaction to it, the start lineup. Yeah, what was your thoughts on the Brighton game?
I'm kind of bamboozled right now. Obviously, I'm a Hammers supporter, bro. Like, I don't know why you talk about Arsenal right now. Okay? Yes, we lost this weekend as well. Yes, we did 2-0 against Wolves. But let's talk about West Ham, please. I don't know about Arsenal.
Wow, you doing this, man? Are you doing this, man?
Listen. I got to save myself from the pain and suffering. It's done, boys. It's done. What am I doing? I'm only hurting myself. Like the Man City game, first half, I thought, we're going to go in 0-0. I'm thinking, nothing changed. Obviously, David Lewis stepped up. You know, he wanted to do that.
David Lewis.
he wanted to be the headline. Listen, 25 minutes. Man can go for a jog, 5K, 25 minutes. I can do that 25 minutes. He done all of his mistakes. Gave away a pen, gave away a goal, and he got a red card.
Wait, what was your thoughts when you saw him on the bench, firstly?
I thought, what's going on? Then Arteta said in his press conference, I don't think his head's right now. Something's going on the pitch or something like that. I said, what is then? I'm rocking with it. Obviously, man injury. I don't know who done Maya like that. Like, just ran past him and he pulled up. Then I see him getting warmed up. I'm thinking, you know, I don't like changes in defense already. So I was kind of shocked. I was scared. Let me not lie, I was scared when he's coming on. Then obviously he was playing calm. Then he done that. I thought, you know, it does happen.
What was that? The penalty.
The ball came. It was the 46th minute. 46 minute, bro. Stands. Joe, why didn't he put in Rose then? You tell me. Stands.
He's a fraud of a player. I'm sorry, he's a fraud of a player. I just think he's such a fraud. Since he's left Chelsea, he's a fraud.
He's trying to control it, Pete.
Defender, you need to deep it, who's gone for over 110 mil in combined transfer fees. Yeah, I don't know how can someone please tell me? I don't understand myself. When I saw that stat, I was just like, you must be crazy. I couldn't think of isn't it?
No, sir, I'll come to you. So obviously he was at Chelsea, innit? What did you think of Luis when he was at Chelsea?
Obviously, Luis was at Chelsea when he had his shaky moments. They played him DM. He played alright, nothing special, he played alright, nothing special, but he had a consistent run of games, and I think he played his best football when he was playing in the free with Conte. When Conte was there, when he was playing in the central free, he didn't really take too many risks. He was just sweeping the ball away, playing very defensive minded. The season that we won the league, that was his best season in my opinion. So yeah, ever since he went to PSG, he had a Like there was a match against Barcelona, shocker, when Suarez finished him completely, and obviously now you've seen him at Arsenal. He's just catalog of errors like consecutively. Like one of the first couple games, he conceded a penalty against Salah. Like that's what I knew it was getting.
I read a stat. Sorry, Nosa, to cut you off here. I read a stat here. He played over 100 games for Chelsea. Yeah, no penalties conceded.
Oh, sorry.
He's played for Arsenal. I don't know, 40 games, 50 games. He's conceded 4 pens.
Yeah, I'd say 4.
4!
Yeah.
4, Peter!
Special agent vibes.
Are we deep in this? Like, oh my God. Like, I think he's doing it on purpose now.
Sideshow Bob, innit? Sideshow Bob.
Just to add on Nosa's point with Conte when he was playing at Chelsea. You got to think how the players around him. So I think it was Azpilicueta as well, and Conte in front as well. Who I think it was Cahill, who's left centre back. Like they're decent, they're very protective players of him. They made him well, and literally, I think Conte he didn't like drive out with the ball. Literally, all his job was to keep the ball ticking like in the middle, and he could do passes. But with Arsenal, he seems like he can drive out with the ball where you think like this untouchable player as well, and he making stupid mistakes that the backs should deal with.
I personally feel like Arsenal just in the predicament they're in right now. They just need a 5-year rebuild plan. Like you can't come out.
I think
they need Salah to come in. All other youngsters like they need. I don't know. Like
cut that out. No. This is Arsenal we're talking about. You come here for no. This is a 2-year plan, bro. Arteta has 3 transfer windows, bro. That's 3 transfer windows. Bro, I'm not waiting 5 years. I'll go back to basketball. I'm not waiting 5 years. I'm
Seriously,
out.
I go back to basketball.
I'm out. You can wait 5 years.
You're not a big club no more. Your status was gone when Henry left. Like, come on.
The board, yeah. Now you've got to realise how good Arsene Wenger was. Like with the players he was getting top 4 every year. You haven't played top 4 in 5 years. You've been playing league football. It's not even like you can get Europa League football this year. You got to realise it was actually not as bad as you man were acting, and you was putting hate on his name.
He wasn't there, bro, when it was hurting. You weren't there. Random can't talk on my
face. That feels so hurt. Wait, okay. So, moving on from the Man City game to the Brighton game. So I heard that Saka played centre mid. I just want to ask you, what was your thoughts about Saka play? What's your thoughts about Saka and just
Saka was the best attacker.
Really?
The whole game. For us, he was the best attacker. I don't understand. When he was attacking, it seemed like he was playing like left wing though, and Aubameyang was playing up front slightly. Yeah. It was kind of confusing, but when he was defending, he went centre mid. I don't know what's going on there, bro. Just go over 4-4-2 if they want to do that, innit?
So you think Arteta's trying to like build a role for him somewhere?
I think he knows, like right now, obviously confidence, like can shine in it.
Yeah.
Aka's got the confidence, so he has to play him every single game, and he got the assist for the goal. It was out of nowhere. The goal was out of nowhere. Let me not lie. We scored that, yeah. Then we started defending. I was looking to I was thinking.
Yeah, you dropped back quite deep when I was watching that.
I was sitting there thinking like, why are we defending? We can't defend. Attack again, bro. Try to get another goal. If you go out trying to score another goal, I'd rather that than defending than concede. Because then the next thing will happen. You concede another goal.
Yeah.
It was pants. It was actually pants. Listen, no, man. You know what happened though, yeah? Obviously, it was the 93rd minute. I was like, I'm not watching this no more. I'm not watching us draw to Brighton. I get a message in the chat. Ben, look at Arsenal. I think, what do you mean we drew? Like, I'm seeing we lost 2-1. Someone talk to me, please.
Wait, so the guy that scored, yeah. So just the incident. Him and Leno, they smashed into each other. What was that? Did he leave one on Leno, or how did you feel about that?
Listen, that's GBH. I don't care what anyone says.
GBH.
Oh! Wait, what? Madam, let's be serious now. Let's be serious. He's jumped in the air. In what sport in what anything you think about. When you're in the air, can you control yourself? Why are you going to go funny?
But I would say that is, he knows what he's doing, isn't it? Like Maupay knows what he's doing. He's trying to leave it on him. But that is a collision like all goalkeepers have. Like all goalkeepers, like they always do it. Like, and even you'll see sometimes the goalkeeper even barges into the player. Like even just to like give an example. I know you man like whatever. Like what's it called? Like you see man see Big T does it. SC Dons like you just barge into a man after like unnecessarily. Unnecessarily, like you know what I'm talking about. Like goalkeepers do it, so I understand why I did it, but in the air, yeah, like that's a bit unnecessary still.
Listen, like I said in the chat, that was like Edge versus who was it? Jeff Hardy, bro. Man basically sprayed him like, bro, he's out, like his ACL, bro. You heard the scream. Did everyone hear the scream?
I thought it was a knee injury though, or was it?
Yeah, ACL, he's gone, bro. He's gone. 9 months, he's gone. Bro, the way his knee bent back was the peakest thing. They said they can't even show the images, like the full thing.
Oh, that
how bad it was. That's when I clocked. Nah, this is mad.
And then, as football does, Maupay goes on to chip your other goalkeeper. He comes on, lob your other goalkeeper. Like, what? It's just you can't write this stuff, can you?
When he was through on goal, yeah, and he went to the ground, it just brought flashbacks of Czech when Czech would always go to the floor, and it was easy for players to hit him. For me, yeah. For your keeper, you need to stand up if you're rushing out. That's what I think, innit? Yeah. Going down to the ground makes it easier for the striker to finish. But if he stands up towards him, obviously it's going to be harder for him. But I can't blame Martinez on that one, innit? He's done a decent game. Like, the 2 goals, like, he could have done better, but I'm not going to call him too much because he's not a first-team keeper. He's a second team.
My friend, he was eating you guys alive.
Huh?
Eating you guys alive.
Wait. Did you watch the game? Do you actually think he played well?
Played all right, but he got into man's head.
We don't see a time rubbish.
No, he got into man. Like when Donji was talking, he was trying to grab
that whole game, bro. Both teams, that whole game, the game was terrible. Terrible.
Okay, but he got into your man's head, didn't it? Let's just say that.
Yeah, so I'll come to you. I'll come to you, Nosa. So obviously, I'll say your first team, because you like to have 2 teams. The first team, yes, Chelsea, they won yesterday, 2-1 against Aston Villa. What did you think about performance and just how do you think they played?
Obviously, I've got to give praise to Mount. He had a quality game. Obviously,
where was Mount? He was playing centre mid, Mount, wasn't he?
With Frank Lampard, he likes to play Mount all over the midfield, and I don't know bar from DM, obviously, and at the wing sometimes. So he's quite a versatile player. But yeah, I think he's a number 8. I personally think he's a number 8.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was playing around like just an advanced midfielder role yesterday. So but leading to the goal, Loftus-Cheek came off and Pulisic came on, and then Pulisic scored the first goal, which I was happy about. He's back from injury,
so. What, Loftus-Cheek, you said got dragged, did you say?
He got took off, yeah.
He got dragged. All right, okay. You know what, I'll leave that one there. I'll put a pin in that one. I'm going to come back to Loftus-Cheek, innit? But so, yeah, carry on.
As Picoletta got both the assists for Pulisic and Thingy's goal. And Ruud's goal. So, yeah. Joe, what did you say, sorry?
I said that Aspilicueta cross was such a good cross. About 2 or 3 of them.
Beautiful.
What do you think about SP? What, you think he should be starting over James or James should be starting over? How does that work? He had a good game yesterday, though. As much as you're laughing.
Then why are you laughing, fam?
Sorry, this came wrong. I just think Marcus Alonso, you done your thing back over there, but bro.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Sorry,
focus on your own left backs, fam.
Oh, what's that about? Left back better than any of yours. So let's not do that. Carry on.
What?
Anyway, carry on.
Yeah.
We gonna say Tony's not better than what?
Hey! I know Ben's touch you. Ben's touch you this week.
Even Aaron Craig's better than Marcus Alonso.
No, sir. No. Carry on.
Some people are just in an emotional relationship, So yeah, I think Aspilicueta is a quality player. He's probably one of the most versatile defenders in the Prem. That's confirmed. He can play anywhere in the back. So I just personally feel like James should get the chance, but only when Aspi plays left back because he's our most experienced player as of now. So, and he's our captain, obviously. So you can't really disrespect the captain like that. Everyone knows that. So when Aspi plays left back, James will get his opportunity at right back.
Okay, so speaking on that, but you've been linked to quite a lot of left backs. So obviously Chilwell actually scored on the weekend for Leicester. You've been linked with like a 60, 70, 80 million move for him. So you think that Aspi should be going forward, your left back, you shouldn't buy a left back, and Reece James should be a right back, or what would you say?
I'm not saying we shouldn't buy a left back, but I think Alonso, he's washed now. His time's gone. I think we need a more competitive left back that can go up and down the flanks well and defend competitively as well. Like, not too timid defensively, and I personally don't think Chilwell is the best fit for that. Me personally, like really? I've seen Chilwell play. He got spun by Saw on the weekend, like on numerous occasions, and he was fortunate enough to get the goal. So I don't know. Like, for me personally, I'm not a big fan of him, but he's a decent left back. I think he suits the system of Leicester. I can't see him doing. I don't know what Frank Lampard sees in him that I don't. Me personally, that's how I see it.
He's English.
So Pulisic came on and scored. What's your thoughts about Pulisic and just him going forward this rest of the season? You think he'll get more minutes? Or?
Pulisic, he's a goal scoring winger. You know, like he scored a hat trick this season against.
You say that, but his best goal scoring season for Dortmund has been like 4 goals, I think.
But he's proved himself. He's already proved himself for Chelsea, like as a winger, goal scoring winger.
I want to say that he got 3 goals against Burnley. Was it Burnley? The hat trick.
Yeah,
but then. So
wait. Peter, let's calm down here. Ben, what's your problem?
Burnley.
You man are struggling against Brighton. They're not
But yeah, so just obviously Ziyech is coming and Werner's coming. Like, someone's gonna have to miss out. Troll, Pulisic, someone's gonna have to miss. So what are you thinking about?
I don't think someone's got to miss out. I think from my perspective of it, I think Lampard is adopting the ideology of, like, when Mourinho came in, he brought a lot of new players, and obviously when there's a lot of new players and you're playing in a lot of competitions, everyone's got opportunity to play. Of course, there's going to be a pecking order on what players get to play. See,
that Mourinho time, that was the time when you had Kevin De Bruyne, Salah, Lukaku. Was that?
No, I was talking about his initial time, like in 04-05 period.
Oh, okay, cool.
He brought in a cluster of players, like so many players, and everyone had an opportunity to play.
Yeah,
of course.
And also name a few, because I'm struggling right now. Like, I just remember Damien Duff and Robin on the wing. So can you help me?
There was Thiago. There was Good Johnson. There was Drogba. There was.
Johnson was already there, but God.
I'm saying the players that were there, not the players that were brought in. Like, there was a cluster of attacking players for him to make use of. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, like the swap around them there.
Rotation, yeah.
I think that's the ideology.
Nah, I see what you're saying. So your strikers, I remember that season. Your strikers, you swapped your strikers a lot. Because I remember Drogba didn't even play that much that season. Yeah, and then Good Johnson as well. You guys with Crespo as well was there, I think.
I said Drogba got like 5 goals. Lampard,
but he got the most assists that season as well, though. So let's calm down.
I'm just saying, what
he got the most assists.
What's he getting for?
He got the most assists.
I'm just saying.
I want to clarify, the season before that was your last Prem. Let's just clarify that. Yeah.
Oh Jesus! He dropped one. He said, Ben, hold that one. hold that one.
Wait. Because that whole team, let's be honest, that Mourinho team, I'm gonna compare it right now,
Hey, it's not a nostalgia episode. This is not a nostalgia episode, please. All right, go on.
Let me just say something. You lot done like loads of 1-0 wins. Loads of 1-0 wins.
And that's Mourinho's philosophy. Like, what do you like?
You think Lampard can do the same thing? I'm just asking you that.
I'm not saying Lampard could do the same thing as Mourinho. I'm just saying the ideology of just utilising a lot of players within a big season is what Lampard is adopting right now. And he's not exactly copying Mourinho's word, like, play for play, like as in defensive style, 10 man behind the ball, No, he's not doing that. I'm just saying what Mourinho brought in of, like, having a very good, very massive squad of players, just he utilised it well for him to be successful within that period of time.
Okay, do you think you're gonna win a trophy next season?
A trophy or what?
Yeah, a trophy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, 100%. I think we can.
We said FA Cup, Champions League.
I think FA Cup is a a nice goer for us. But it's not the most competitive cup to win, but it'll be something to just being on Frank Lampard's CV just to progress in the Chelsea ranks. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So one person I wanted to touch on was the return of Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I believe he played left mid. So he got dragged at what, like 60, 55, 60 minutes? What did you think of his performance? And just, because I've been seeing a lot of hype on Loftus-Cheek. I think he scored 2 in your friendly, and I was expecting big things, but it didn't quite live up to the expectation.
When a player comes back from injury, from a 1-year injury, it's tough, Obviously, he hasn't had no competitive football within that time period, and he's been recovering, rehab, etc. So I don't expect him to bounce back straight away. But obviously, when you hear him scoring 2 goals on friendlies and him getting a couple of assists, it does hype you up as a fan. However, you still need to allow him to be reintroduced into that competitive.
See, I asked you about his performance. I didn't ask you for his excuses.
Yeah, man.
He came and he started. I said, what's his performance? Like, he's been in rehab. He's been doing. I didn't ask you about that, mate. I didn't ask you about that.
His performance wasn't. It was very average, nothing special. Like, there was nothing to it. So as soon as Pulisic came on,
why do you think Lampard played in left mid though? Is it because of his close?
He's a versatile player. Like, that's what he's a versatile player. Like, he's just a versatile player.
But his pace though, he's not been known for his pace or anything like that.
Yeah, I know, but he's got good dribbling for a tall guy, so he can come probably be a bit nippy around the defenders.
I think it is interesting. I'll come to you, Ben, as well, and Joe as well, and your thoughts on Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Because I just see, especially on Twitter, like, Chelsea fans really rate Loftus-Cheek. Like, talk about him like he's second, third best player at the club, obviously after.
Wait, can I just butt in there real quick?
Right, go on.
The reason that is for, like, when back in the day, probably like 5-4 years ago, you saw Loftus-Cheek on all the youth videos and etc. Like, and he was the talk of the town in the youth setup for like Chelsea, and since then it's just been a recurring thing of just talking about Loftus-Cheek. You're talking about Loftus-Cheek, and for me, his highlight season was obviously last season, but he hasn't. I really want him to like be better than what he is as of now. Like, I think he can, but it's gonna take next season for that to prevail. You know what I'm saying?
You think so? Okay, I'll come to you, Joe. You haven't talked. Just obviously Loftus-Cheek, he's 24 now, so he's approaching the age where he probably needs to obviously step up, make a mark. And for a guy who hasn't played much men's football, like, he's got a lot of hype about him. What do you think about Loftus-Cheek and just sum up? Guys are comparing to Paul Pogba. I'll throw that out there. They aren't. They've been comparing to Paul Pogba. I'm not sure about that, man.
I'll get annoyed. If I saw that, I'll have to hop people up. I'm sorry. But no, I think a lot of Chelsea fans are still living off like the Youth Cup days where they're dancing around people for fun. Because I haven't really, if I'm going to be honest, I haven't really seen it.
I haven't too. I haven't seen the guy play men's football, like actual men. I've seen him barge off Corinthians FC and whatever in Youth Cup football, but I ain't seen the guy play men's football. How many goals has he got? Professional men's goals has he got? No, sir.
I mean, last season he got 10 goals in all competitions.
Yeah, he's got 14 goals.
No, he hasn't. No, you won't be a second choice pick for England team and for the World Cup just out of the blue. Come on. Like, there was better options. There was better options at the time as well. So I don't like, if Gareth Southgate sees something in him, like, of course he must be a decent bowler. You know what I'm saying? And he performed all right at the World Cup as well.
So yeah, Joe, carry on. What were you saying?
Yeah, so I think he had an okay season at Palace when he was there, to be fair. But he did all right. Like, I'd say, obviously, his best season was last year, but it's just a reoccurrence. He plays good for half a season or a three-quarter season, get injured, and then you don't see him for like a year or half a year, and then same reoccurrence. That's what I just think. You get some consistency with. I know it's hard, but to be on the pitch all the time is like, I know it's a bit of luck not getting injured, but it just seems like he builds up momentum, like a big hype, and then he just gets injured. So it's not really cutting it for me. But obviously, like I said, if he's got chosen to the England squad, there must be something about it. I've seen a lot of the videos, like the Youth Cup and stuff like that. You can see he's a good player. At the end of the day, he's a good player. But it's just showing it on the big stage, like in the Premier League, week in, week out, which next step for him and to stay free, I think. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely. No one's questioning Nosa Cheek's ability. Definitely, obviously, he's got ability. He can do a lot. But yeah, okay. Ben's questioning it apparently. Ben, what have you got to say? What do you think his best position is actually?
For me,
Ben.
No, so go on, tell me, because I don't know. Maybe right back side. I don't know. You tell me.
then I'm with you on that one. I don't know as well. I can't lie. I don't know. I think he's. I wouldn't say an 8, but he's quite good at defending. I just don't know. I think it's an 8 is a bit too much for him, in my opinion, because he's not the most creative individual. Well, like I'll say a 6. I'll just say a 6. A box to box, pure box to box, then just a pure box to box, a 6.
For me, yeah. You know, I hate this. I hate to say it.
Here we go. Hot take coming.
The lad's just tall to me. Let me be honest. He's just tall. That's what it is. You get back. That's what I see. Let me be honest. Like, he's nice and all that. He's clean on the ball and that. Obviously, he got a nice touch and all, but he's just tall. I don't see no special thing for me. Let me be honest. 10 goals.
Wait, how many of them in the Europa League though?
He scored a hat-trick. He scored a hat-trick in Europa League.
Don't sneak that one up on me. I know there was a lot of them in the Europa League.
Don't you remember that game against Brighton where he scored like a nice...
Yeah. Yeah, he had a good run on the Sarri still, actually. I'll give you that. He had a good run on the Sarri.
Sorry tried to get the best out of him.
I remember him and Hazard had a good connection still.
Yeah. You're right with that one.
Bro, I can have a good connection with Hazard. Don't do that,
bro. I think we need to calm down. Next topic. Loftus Cheek is doing too much about this one.
Listen, Loftus Cheek, Joe Willock. That's what I see. Let me be honest.
Oh, Jesus.
I think it's time to go bed.
They got the energy. They're athletic. They're tall. They're good on the ball. You might just end up like Lingard, bro. Where you see the boy there, 0 goals. That's what I'm saying right now. Listen, obviously it's unfortunate he's been getting injured and all, but when he is playing, I see just little sparks. They're turning 25. When's he turning 25?
Next year, January.
Some more sparks, bro. Let me be honest. That's it. That's what I'm gonna say.
What did you say?
He's nice. That's it. He's nice.
He said he's a good youth. He's
cute. That's what he is.
And you're comparing him to Joe Willock out here. You need to relax, mate.
Joe Willock is the same. He's cute.
Joe Willock ain't cute, fam. He's got nothing to him. I can't lie.
I know that. Probably you sent the wrong guy to Brentford. Josh De Silva should be there right now. Joe Willock should be at Brentford. But he's here and he's just cute. Touching on Joe Willock though, on the Man City game, for the first half, I thought he was marking David Silva because he didn't touch the ball. Second half, he touched the ball a couple of times. Bro, he's got to go. He's got to go back. That's it from me. With Arsenal.
Okay, so a player that was actually in a similar situation to Loftus Cheek, the guy goes by the name of Paul Labil Pogba, came back and he had a massive impact against Man City, Arsenal. So I'll come to
Tottenham. Why are you saying Arsenal?
I'm saying Arsenal, Tottenham, sorry. It's Tottenham. My bad. Anyway, yeah. So Joe, I'll come to you. What were your thoughts on the game?
Right. De Gea is a massive fraud for one. Let's start with that. This guy, right. I've seen, I need to just address this quickly. Okay, so he has been Man United's best player for the last 4 or 5 years. Don't get me wrong. He has saved us. So I'm not going to go mad on him, but I think he needs to get swapped by Romero just for the end of the season.
Whoa,
and
Romero, you know.
Romero, clean sheet record is a joke. I know he's played Europa League, FA Cup, yeah. But he has that mistake at the weekend, yeah. I could have saved that. I know Ben goes mad about goalkeepers saving the shot. But I would have saved that shot. If you saw me at goals yesterday, I would have saved that shot. I would have saved that. But and next fraud, yeah, is Harry Maguire. This guy is like a caravan turning.
Jesus. I never seen a guy so slow in my life.
No joke. He's so I don't understand. He went like this. The Irvine, and he went like this, like that. Just let him pass.
What are you saying? Like pro Evo? You know the 90 degree turn.
know when you don't connect to a player, it just goes off.
Yeah.
Like that, like disconnect from Harry Maguire. Like it's actually like that. This guy, I think he's a fraud as well, to be fair.
Do you think you need a new centre back?
I don't know. I think at the moment, I think we need Upamecano. I think he would fit our style. I think he'll be all right with Lindelof. I think Lindelof's not too bad. He's not. He's been playing okay this season. I think
the thing about Lindelof, he's not in the air. He's a bit. I don't know.
But the thing, you're saying that, but there's not many good centre backs around in world football. How many can you think of? Van Dijk, Varane, and then you got a couple of young ones, Koulibaly, and I don't think there's many more.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from with the good centre backs thing, but for like to make good centre backs, you got to bring them. Like, there's very decent centre backs. There's a lot of decent centre backs. Like prior to Van Dijk coming to Liverpool, people saying he was just he's a good centre back, decent, not amazing. Like you make good centre backs when you bring them to big clubs. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, that's how I see it. Because defenders are always going to be labelled as better when they come to a bigger club, not like attackers.
Yeah,
so don't have the privilege like attackers. Yeah,
we've got Axel Tusabe who's coming through as well. I think he should be Axel Tusabe.
Who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
Hey, Axel's probably a bad like.
I know, yeah.
Maguire, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
Congolese, shout out to Congolese.
Come on,
and then. Yeah, no, I'd definitely be playing him, to be fair. I think he's a good player. Coming through.
You say that, but Man United have actually, obviously, just a devil's advocate. Man United they have one of the best records in the league, so defensive records. So
they do actually do. I don't get it.
No, but
Europa League, bro.
In the Premier League, bro, they have it in the Premier League. They've got quite a few. Yeah, they have one of the best defensive records in the Premier League.
How many draws have you had this season?
Yeah, quite a few.
We don't.
But don't you think it's a bit funny that your right back is your best defender?
It's a lot of that's just how it is. I think. Well, he's good. That's how it is. I can't help that. But yeah, no, Wan-Bissaka's been really good this season. And he had a lot of hate after the game. But we thought Trent's performance, so we won't talk about that. But yeah, moving on. So obviously,
wait. If I talk about your right-hand side, does anything come from the right-hand side? James and Bissaka.
Overton again. You got Bebe. No, not Overton. You got Bebe again, bro.
James. Anyway, carry on. Maybe not talk.
He needs deliberate, that James.
I just have to laugh. But yeah, and then obviously we talk about Bruno Fernandes. He was, I think he had a really good game again. Just standard from Bruno Fernandes now. Around the corners, stuff like that. I think he's passing first time picture. He's just amazing. And then obviously Rashford is a little bit rusty from that through ball from Pogba, the side one. That's probably one of the best passes you'll see. And then what Pogba did, I don't really have to talk what Pogba does. Everyone knows how good he is of a player. But he spanned Dyer disgustingly. So
even on that Pogba point, so he actually does divide. You say that, but he does divide opinion. I see a lot. Half the fan base says that Pogba's he doesn't respect, and then half the fan base says that Pogba's our best player. How can you go? Where do you stand on that, Joe? And obviously, I'll come to you now.
For me, I think our best player. When I see it, when he's on song, like the other day, I don't think there's many better midfielders in world football. I'm going to be serious. I think a lot of people outside Man United realise how good this Pogba is. When he's like the other day, I think he came on, you knew he was hungry straight away from the first ball recovery. He's facing down.
Yeah.
That's the ball we need. We don't need that one just like moping around the pitch. We need him getting on the ball, making stuff tick, forward passing. Like that pass on the side, like the side one is an actual joke. Like the technique to pull that off. But also, like, he's around the corner, link up with Bruno. Like, I'm not one of them United fans who's going to film on top of Bruno. But you can see that they've got good understanding. But also, I want to shout out, we'll probably go under the radar a little bit, but how good Matic was when he came on as well. In front of that back four, He's covering the ball a lot of the time, like getting up. Like I know he's getting a bit old, but he still does a job for us in that holding midfield guy. Like I think next game, I think he should start. Be like Pogba and Fernandes. We got United on. Obviously, it'll be a tough game, but I think like start with Pogba and Bruno in midfield, and then I think we should go. We need as well. I'd like to mention just Martial. I think.
Where was Martial? Did he play?
Martial.
Who did he actually play?
Loris made a good save, but I think we should play Rashford on the right probably or left.
Martial on the right.
No, wait, sorry.
Is everything okay at home?
Scary.
No, we need a hold up that Igalo, because Igalo's actually a forward, and when he plays for us, he seems like he just holds the ball and he brings others into play. I feel like we're missing that up front. Martial don't hold the ball up well enough for me, so I feel like we need someone like Dan James, who's sit on the bench. I'm sorry, Dan James. Obviously, I think he's I think the only trait he has is literally just pace, but like nothing else. No, you know, like he's just got gear 5. He's got no like gear 3 where he slows down and actually crosses the ball with a bit of like finesse and stuff like that. Just literally got gear 5, just straight lines. That's all he's got. Heavy touch, straight line. But yeah, I think next game, I think we've got to start Igalo, just for that solid base up front. Just someone to hold the ball, bring people away. Obviously, Sheffield United got a couple of injuries as well.
What about Greenwood? What do you think about Greenwood? Do you not think he should start on the right? Or?
We could put, to be fair, if you didn't want to play Igalo, you could play Greenwood, Martial, Rashford up front, which that would be pretty paced. Well, but yeah, Greenwood, he nearly scored at the end. But I think Greenwood's left foot, right foot is he's actually both footed. Like he's a both footed player. Like Ben Davies was showing him onto his weaker right foot, supposedly, and he nearly scored. Like it was a good shot, but it just missed the post. But yeah, I think we need a couple of changes just to freshen it up. Obviously, we've got a load of games coming up as well, but yeah, obviously Chelsea result didn't help us, but obviously Leicester drawing as well, that helped us a bit. But yeah, Sheffield United, as I just mentioned, got a couple of injuries as well. So hopefully at home as well, we'll get 3 points and move close to that top 4. But just to mention Pogba, I just know everyone thinks how good this player is. Like he's just, when he's, like I mentioned before, when he's on song, a different kind of player. He can do everything, I think. So yeah.
Yeah, Nosa, what did you want to say? Because I see yours.
Obviously with Pogba, I'm a big fan of Pogba. Like if there was a footballer I would like to play like perfectly, it would be Pogba, of course. Or yeah, sorry. So the way I see it is that if he was as quality as Man United think he is, or the fans that think he was, there won't be dispute about him. I'm saying there won't be that much dispute about him.
Is that an agenda?
No. Yeah,
I'll tell you why.
Is that an agenda? No. I know, I'm all ears. I want to listen. I was getting a bit bored. I'm
a fan of Pogba. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of big fan. He's one of my best footballers. But with De Bruyne, with the Yaya Tourés when they had the shines, the Vieiras, there wasn't that much dispute about them in their time, in their period.
It's a hill turn. Wow.
He's 27. He's 27, and there's still dispute about him to this day. Like, come on, he's been at Man United.
Joe, what have you got to return to about that?
Right. It's a fair point what you're saying, right? So the top players you just mentioned, they're doing it week in, week out, right? But what makes Pogba's best game is probably better than all them players you mentioned.
Confirmed. Yeah, confirmed.
Right. So I'd say, obviously, overall, Kevin De Bruyne is a better player because he does it week in, week out for Man City, right? But when Pogba has a good game, right, he's better than Kevin De Bruyne, I think, personally.
You see, that's the issue with Pogba. You said when he has a good game. You see, when he has a good game, not his 38 games of the season. You know what I'm saying? When, so we got to wait. We got to wait and watch a £90 million man. I say when. Or when is he gonna have a good game? When's he gonna have a good game? Come on, mate. Do better. Man saying when he has a good game as if we're playing Sunday League football for 16-year-olds. Like, come on, man.
Joe, what have you got to say about that?
No, but I'm saying what I'm trying to get at is Kevin. That's why he's not that level yet of Kevin De Bruyne and stuff like that. But when like Pogba comes on, everyone notices it. But I know what you're kind of saying. But
yeah,
when Pogba, say if there was everyone in midfield was playing in the Premier League like Kevin De Bruyne, Silva, all playing at their top level, the highest they could ever play, like their current form, I still think Pogba's the best player.
I'll give it. To be fair to Pogba, obviously, the quality around him before Bruno came was terrible. Like trying to play with McTominay, Lingard, Pereira, like Roy, like that's very, very difficult. So
we saw what he could do at the World Cup. And what I'm saying, considering I'm a Pogba fan, it might be a bit condescending, but I just want him to be. I want him to shine, prevail. But the quality, what Peter said, the quality needs to be there. And Joe, I agree with you. At his best, he's better than De Bruyne, but obviously because De Bruyne does it on a more frequent basis, the pundits are going to say De Bruyne's better, which is true at this moment of time.
I just think it's hard still for Pogba still. You know, he looked to his left, he saw Freddie like McTominay behind him. Bro, come on, man. Like, what can he really do?
That McSauce is only like that's vinegar and mayo, mate. Like, I don't know what
De Bruyne has got like £50 million holding mids next to him. Pogba's hard, bro, to do that week in. That's why I don't do it.
Me personally, I think Pogba needs to just deliver himself and go at it. In my opinion.
De Gea. I got to talk about De Gea though. Sorry.
There you go. I knew this was gonna happen. Ben's goalkeeper section. Let's go.
Bro. I don't think he wants to be there no more.
No, I don't.
I actually don't think he wants to be there no more. Peter, that's near post, bro. That is actually near post.
No, it's not. It's straight at you.
Yeah, look, brother, it's right at you, bro. I don't think he knows he has hands. I keep saying this.
Yeah.
He plays with his feet too much. He doesn't know he has hands. Bro.
And that shot, the Bergwijn shot wasn't even that powerful as well.
No, not at all.
Ollie came out and said the ball swerved. I went,
come on. Please, come on.
Like,
always love defending his team, bro.
Can we just touch on the Roy Keane comments as well? That made me laugh. I can imagine.
I don't think he said anything wrong. Imagine
De Gea like this, like in a changing room, and then Roy Keane just slapping his head like that when he walks.
One thing to say, I would not like to be in a team with Roy Keane, because that guy, bro, that's a passion merchant there. If I ever see one, ever. A serious passion merchant. But yeah, okay. So I'll go on to obviously Liverpool's game. We drew yesterday with Everton. Ben's pointing at his West Ham T-shirt, but we'll come to them after. A fake fan, but yeah. Anyway, so Liverpool versus Everton. It was a rubbish game, to be honest. Quite a dead game. I think two teams were both quite well. Everton came there obviously to contain us, and we were obviously very rusty. We couldn't find a way to break through the defense, and we just looked very, very rusty, to be honest. Like, even though we have been looking good in the friendly games, but we didn't look our usual best, the usual crispness, the usual like intensity that we normally play at. We didn't really play at. And I think obviously what I'm gonna say is not like, it's not controversial, but like I think some people won't agree with me, but like when Salah doesn't play, I'd rather Mane don't play than Salah doesn't play. Honestly, because when Salah doesn't play, it's too key to our team. Like Salah, he occupies like two defenders, just his presence alone. He doesn't even have to play well. The team is literally focused on, okay, cool, how am I gonna stop Salah this game? How am I gonna and he just brings that balance to our attack. And hey, when Mane doesn't play, when Origi comes onto the left, it's not like Origi can still have an effect on the left, but when Salah doesn't play, we don't really have anyone who can play on the right at all, to be honest. We don't really have anyone that can play on the right. We put Chamberlain there, we put Minamino there. Shaqiri's got a hair transplant, so he can't play. I don't even know what's going on. But yeah, so yeah, Shaqiri's in Turkey getting a hair transplant. So when Salah doesn't play, obviously the balance of the attack just goes completely way off. And we just look like a much less attacking team. Like, and obviously Robertson didn't play as well. So those are two players that bring balance to the team. So I think we just looked considerably weaker without them two, and obviously the rustiness. And I'll come to you, Nosa. I think two players that did play well. I think Keita had a good game. He had one of his better games since he came back. He looked quite good on the ball. He kept the ball ticking. He tried to do a few moves. I think he played quite well. One of his better games, and hopefully he just stays fit. as well. Yeah, no. So what was you gonna say?
Wait. What is going on? Why is Gomez playing left back? 6'3" centre back playing left back. I was so confused. Why isn't Milner?
We don't have any other cover, bro. There's no cover.
Bro,
Milner got injured and the Gomez came on.
Oh my days.
That's what.
Oh, I didn't watch
Obviously.
the full game then. I didn't watch the full game then. Okay,
Yeah. So Matip started with Van Dijk, and then I think Milner got injured. Robertson, he had a knock in training, I think. So Milner started there. Then Milner got injured, and Gomez is playing left back, and you just see like Trent's trying to do switches to Gomez, and Gomez has to run back to catch on his right foot, and it's just looking so ugly.
Yeah. It wasn't working.
Like it's just looking so just nasty. Like it's looking scary, but like
yeah,
I think
it wasn't working.
obviously when these arrive derby games, and just you can just tell because like I think the last 3 games at Goodison Park have been 0-0, all of them. So it's just I think both teams obviously they got a lot to play for, a lot of passion that is on the line, and they both just want to take. Once it gets to 0-0 half time, they both just want to take what they can get really. But man, just get Salah back quickly, man, because Salah, the importance to, I know a lot of people want to put like bad credit on his name, but he's so important to our team. Like even when he's not playing well, his presence, he brings what he brings to attack. We need him there still, man. But I think the way we're probably going to win the league, I reckon, hopefully we'll beat Nosa's team, Crystal Palace, on Wednesday, and then probably draw to Man City.
Hold on.
That's how we're going to Premier League.
I'm a big fan because I support West Ham at the same time, but we're allowing this guy to support Chelsea.
No, but you haven't clarified it.
Serious now. Let's be serious now, please.
He came out of nowhere and supported them. No one even knew.
What do you mean, bro? I'm a local boy. What are you on about?
They're the closest Premier League team to me as well. I'm a local boy. Like the closest Premier League.
So why can't I support West Ham?
Because you haven't clarified. We've been doing that. You know what?
But we'll go to you, Ben. What did you think of West Ham's game this weekend? Your other team that lost as well. So
wait.
that probably got it. So what did you think about them and their relegation hopes?
Wait, let's just put a pause on that one.
Yeah, you know what? You probably shouldn't support teams because the bad luck can bring you onto teams. Yeah, just don't even support them.
Yo. Minamino, I think Minamino and Firmino cannot play together in my eyes. Minamino is that cute player that comes in and nicks the bait.
Firmino, you mean? Or you said Firmino? You said Firmino. Oh,
Firmino.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Him and Bobby can't play together because I think Minamino can play that role better. Not better, sorry. He plays that role like he can't play right wing.
Yeah.
Like, he plays better up front, if you get me.
Yeah.
But the West Ham score, obviously, I was hoping we'd get a 0-0 draw. We'd get a draw so I can get a point or something. We're battling relegation right now. We got Tottenham.
You're going down.
We're going down. We got Tottenham next. I think we're going to win. You won there last season. We're going to win again. We're going to stay up, bro. Don't worry, man.
What do you think of the job that Moyes is doing so far?
We'll see. He come in, made us a little bit more solid defensively. You know, back when, what was his name again?
Pellegrini,
it was a little bit shaky there. We had that keeper. What's his name? The Spanish one.
Oh, Roberto. That guy is trash.
Chill, man. Chill. Relax, okay? Jeez. Yeah, man. We're going to stay up. That's what I'm going to say. We're going to stay up. Just what? Great escape. Boom.
Okay, cool. So I'm just going to ask, I'll come to Man United and Chelsea just on the battle for top 4 and just what you guys think of it. I'm going to name Chelsea's, Arsenal, your 10th, so I'm not going to name you, unfortunately. Your season's done now. I'll come to you, Ben, after, innit? Well, I don't even know what to ask you about your season.
Wait, hold on, Peter. You talk about West Ham. You ain't even spoke about Palace yet. What's going on about there?
Allow it. We need to wrap it up. Allow it. We need to wrap it up.
Whoever's the host, don't ever disrespect Palace like that in your life.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so Chelsea's remaining fixtures. So you got Man City, Leicester, West Ham, Watford, Crystal Palace, Sheffield United, Norwich, Liverpool and Wolves. So those are your remaining Premier League fixtures. And I'll just name the Man United fixtures now. What's your thoughts on those fixtures, Nosa, quickly?
Obviously, there's a couple teams that are trying to fight for something, of course. I think it'll be difficult, but Lampard, for some reason, like, I don't know, in big games, he doesn't really he hasn't really turned up as such. You know, he was always beating the smaller teams.
Do you think that's a lack of experience in those big games?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, with young players, there's always going to be some sort of there's always a downfall towards their game. You know, like maybe it's like game management, whatever, etc. So I just think that with time, it's not going to be an issue. Like majority of these guys have been playing championship football, so they don't really know. But fighting for top four is much bigger than fighting for the championship.
You say that, so why don't you utilize players like Giroud? Someone like
he started yesterday in
these players that have been doing this for quite a while.
Yeah. So like I don't know, like obviously when you're fighting for something bigger, like you would have a success with your more experienced players. So hopefully he does bring that fit towards the end of the season, and hopefully I think we'll get the top 4 or top 5, whatever it is.
You think so?
Yeah, I think. I don't think Man United have got the thing unless Pogba's 100% fit and he does it week in week out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I don't think they can. I think we even surpass Leicester, in my opinion. I can't lie.
Oh really? You think Leicester gonna drop out?
I think I'll come third. Third.
Okay, I'll come to you, Joe. Man United, their fixtures remaining: Sheffield United, Norwich, Brighton, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Southampton, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Leicester. So, like, obviously, just naming them names, it does look like considerably weaker teams that you're playing. So, are you confident of getting top 4? You think Chelsea will drop out, or how do you think?
Yeah, I feel I'm quite at the moment. I'm quite confident. Obviously, we're on run at the moment. We haven't lost in a long period of time. I think it's like 9 or 10 games. We haven't lost, but we seem to play better teams. To be fair, like Man City. Who else we played? Well, Spurs before beat them. Obviously, I would say Arsenal, but they're no big team.
Wait, you didn't beat us this season, bro? What are you on about?
Yeah, we didn't lose to you though.
You did. You lost to us 2-0 at home.
Yeah, at Old Trafford this run.
Oh, come on, Joe, man.
You're in 10th. You're in 10th. Wolves are above you.
All right, it's fine. That's bad on you. We're 10th and you can't beat us.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah, no, I think Leicester are going to drop out. I don't think, since the turn of the year, I don't think they've been performed, to be fair. I feel like the wheels are coming off a little bit of Leicester. They're not as good as when they were starting the season. Obviously, our fixtures, I think we got Sheffield United. Obviously, they drew and lost since lockdowns come back. They're not looking the kind of same outfit. They've got a lot of injuries, like I mentioned before as well. But obviously, we've got Leicester last game of the season, so that'll be pretty interesting as well. So yeah, no, I think we'll get top 4 if we carry on how we are and we play. And Pogba's on song and with Bruno, I think it'll be a big impact. And if we get rid of De Gea and put Romero in goal, I think we'll get top 4.
Just on your point, so you've been actually better against the big teams. Do you think you got like what makes you confident now that you're going to break down these smaller teams?
Just the factor of Bruno Fernandes. I think he's that one to unlock that door. I just think, obviously with Pogba as well, some of the passes they're putting through, but I feel like if we get one goal or 2 goals, I think our defence is pretty solid, except like obviously Maguire sometimes, and obviously De Gea. But obviously we haven't conceded too many goals. So against smaller teams, if we get 1 or 2 goals, I think it's a simple win really. But yeah, I just feel like just with that point now, I feel like we're obviously with Bruno, he's a big, massive impact to unlock any door really. So yeah.
I come to you, Ben. So they think that Leicester's going to drop out. Do you think Leicester going to drop out, or? Should I say that again?
I don't see them dropping out, to be fair. Obviously they come back a little bit slow. They do 1-1 against Watford, but I think that can happen with most of the teams that come back in there. They just didn't go for them. They obviously scored first and conceded late, so it does happen. You know, they're a little bit rusty, but I think once they start picking up again, I think they'll stay where they are. I think they're playing Arsenal as well. They're playing all Arsenal, Chelsea.
Yeah, Leicester got to play all the big teams.
Yeah, they've got big teams, but Man United do have the easiest run. Yeah. So I think it's all in their hands, to be fair.
It's interesting, right?
Yeah, it is interesting. But
another team that
I was going to say, coming in strong. Wolves are coming in strong as well.
Yeah. Another team that obviously is in that race as well, Sheffield United. They lost 3-0 to Newcastle. Yeah, so yeah, they're looking like they looked a bit. I think they got a red card, but they looked a bit shaky. Another a player that scored was actually Alan St. Maximum. I just want to come to you guys. What's your thoughts on Maximum? Where do you rank him in terms of like wingers in the Premier League? And yeah, how do you rank him? Anyone can answer.
Let Nosa go first because he played in the French league. I want to hear this. Go on.
Yeah, go on. Obviously, Nosa's our French correspondent analysis. So obviously, Nosa, you do your thing,
You know, he had a free role in the left wing at Nice when he was playing alongside Balotelli.
You never failed to kill me. Oh my! He said it was his chest. Yeah, the free role.
It's Gillian. It's like Gillian Bang or whatever his name is, bro.
No, you know, you see, he was obviously when he was in the French league. He was in the headlines for wearing a Gucci headband. Everyone knows that. Like, you never really knew a lot of him, but you knew he plays for Nice with Balotelli. You know he's playing for Nice with Balotelli, and he done alright. A couple highlights I've seen, but obviously since his arrival with Newcastle, he's been that Ben Arfa type of player, if you know what I mean. That Demba Ba bringing spark to the city, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing. He's got the wow factor, but he's nothing amazing. But he's got the wow factor, in my opinion.
I'll come to you, Ben. Wait, what's your Pepe? Maximum? Pepe?
Maximum better.
Really?
Better.
Maybe currently, like, stars-wise, you know, FM stars-wise might be better. Pepe is like, you know what I mean? Like, he's up there, but I don't rate Pepe that much. Listen, why are we talking about him? Maximum. Fam, I remember the first game I saw him, he done the Shawn Michaels jump. That's what I said, now. This guy is active still.
He brings back to the city still.
Yeah, bro. He's just one of them guys. He's carefree, bro. Like, I'll probably, like I said in the Insta comments, I'll probably rank him top 15 in the Prem for wingers. Like, I can't see him going any higher. Like, his end product is like, he's finishing, but like, he's got the skills to beat you. He's got the skills to beat his man. So like, I do rank him. I would say high, yeah. That's highly still top 15. That's how I keep him. No way.
I think me personally, he's just one of them sporadic wingers like Zaha, Adama Traore. There's something about them that you like watching out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a player that gets fans off their seats. Joe, what's your opinions on Alan St. Maximum? And no, you're looking for a right winger, you know. You know.
I don't know.
I'll give him a call.
There's better people out there. I think, but like Sancho and stuff. I think there's better people, but I don't know. I think he's quite good. I prefer that Almiron if I'm gonna. I feel Almiron producing. I feel like he. To be fair, I feel like he's producing a little bit more than St. Maximum at the current time. But St. Maximum, he's up there. To be fair, I think he's top 20, no higher than top 15. So he's between 15 and 20 for wingers, I think, in the Premier League. But yeah, he's not bad. He's improving. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's had a good season for Newcastle this season. I think he's definitely a player who's very exciting. He can go past players very easily, and he's doing well at Newcastle. Also, just one link. Lastly, just to ask you, one link that has been very strong with Chelsea. You've been linked to getting Kai Havertz, like a very strong link. Kai Havertz. Do you think you're going to get him, and where do you think he'll play? And thirdly, who's going to miss out if Kai Havertz comes? Who's dispel the end for if Kai Havertz comes?
No, Kai Havertz. I think we would get him. I think he's a Frank Lampard type of player, like someone that can work hard. He's versatile, first and foremost. Like I mentioned in one of the previous podcasts that we've done, that he's one of the most versatile youngsters out there right now. He can play number 9, number 10, on the wing, left, right. So yeah, and he's a goal scorer. So I think anyone could miss out really, wherever Frank plays him. Anyone in the front four, like whoever's playing strike, wing, or cam. So yeah, I think he's gonna be a top player if he comes to Chelsea.
Who's gonna miss out though? Someone like if Havertz comes, who's missing out?
Oh, I don't think he's gonna miss out. I don't think he's gonna someone's gonna miss out. Like
so, you think so? If Kai Havertz comes, CH comes, Wales comes. Where's Tammy gonna play? Where's Cho gonna play? Who plays on left?
We don't even know this ourselves because there's 3 more players coming in.
This guy, you're boring, bro. You're
politician,
Your team is
Wait.
You want to say Tammy? You want to say Tammy, but you don't want to say I'm right. That's what it is.
Haven't said even a strike. He's not even a striker like that.
Bro,
Tammy being a cam, Werner up front, Ziyech on the right. Anyone
But Ziyech ain't even a complete right winger. He can play cam as well.
You're boring, no, sir. I thought you was fun. You're boring.
You're boring. Go support your dead teams, fam.
You're boring. Look at you.
He doesn't want to drag him.
Scratch your head. Look at you.
Go support your hammers. Go support your hammers.
I do. I will. How about that?
Man said hammer and a gunner.
Listen, like I said.
I think Nosa wants to be at an apartment party with Hudson Odoi or whatever. He still wants to invite tonight. He doesn't even want to say those names too tough. He wants to be chilling with them. Because, boy.
I wish.
Like I said last week, Tammy is going to be warming up that bench next season.
Gee, Tammy's better than Lacazette, so we need to calm down.
Oh, my God, man. How have we gone back here? Come on,
Listen, okay, last question, Ben, for you. What's going to happen with Arsenal? What do you see happening with Arsenal the rest of the season? What should Arteta do? If he was Arteta, what would you do, basically?
We're still in the FA Cup. Go win that, man. End story.
Go win the FA Cup.
You're not doing nothing else in the league, bro. Play the youngsters. Have some fun. Tell them, go pressure. Go have some fun. We're not going to get relegated. I hope not. You need to sign across for that one, but have some fun with the youngsters. Go win the FA Cup, please. I'm begging you.
Do you even think you're going to qualify for Europa?
Bro, I don't want Europa. I'm tired of Europa.
I can't lie. That one is just too much.
I can't go. I'm rushing from work to go play against them Kazakhstan teams. Nah, I'm good. I don't want Europe next season now. If it's not, I don't want it. I don't want it no more. I want these lot to look in the mirror and say, I'm not doing good enough right now. I'm not doing good. You're shaming me. I'm the banner for week in, week out, bro. I changed sports because of this team. I don't think you had a deep in this. Yeah, don't talk about Arsenal. I changed my topic.
Okay. We have to wrap things up there before Ben gets too heated. It's been a good episode, boys. So we're going to sign out. Catch us next week. Love.